Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 7 of the VinOChiA challenge. So I made scrambled eggy tofu for the boys for breakfast, and so I am having actually something very similar to them. I've got a piece of toast that is, found toast at Kroger that's gluten-free and vegan, which is super exciting. So piece of toast, some eggy tofu, which is just tofu, and a little bit of the kala namak, which is the salt that's high in sulfur. Makes it taste like an egg. There's a couple of slices of avocado on there, and then the salsa is my husband's salsa, but I mixed it with, here, take a look at this. I mixed it with a tablespoon of chia seeds. So it's obviously a lot darker looking than salsa would normally look, but then I'm going to get my chia seeds in me. So I thought that was pretty cool. I do need to go do a vinegar shot quick before I eat, because I imagine that would be probably not very exciting to do afterwards. So that's what I'm starting my day with, and I will talk to you guys again later for more food. Alrighty guys, so hello. Today, okay, so here's how this went. Yesterday, I got up and made eggy tofu for the boys and had my piece of toast that was super awesome and delicious. And then I did laundry, and then I was super tired. So right after my husband got home from running some errands, we were gonna put the leftover waffles that he made for the boys in the toaster, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. So he's like, well, just go take a nap for a few hours and then get up and we'll have supper and no big deal. Okay, sounds good. So I did. But when I got up at like 4-ish, I was like, yeah, I don't feel any better whatsoever, like freaking exhausted. So he was like, well, how about this? Just go back to bed and I'll see you tomorrow. I was like, that's a horrible idea. I really should probably be an adult and stay up and, stuff. And he's like, yeah, it's no big deal. Just go back to bed. So I did. And I got up at 11 o'clock last night and fell back asleep again. And finally got up at a little bit after 1 o'clock this morning. So I'm just going to have yesterday be a continuation of today, because seeing as I haven't eaten in almost 24-ish hours, not quite, but going on that amount of time, I'm just going to let it be, it's still the same day. We're just going to keep going. So I have to work today, which is not a normal schedule for me, not a normal day for me, and I work from 7 until 3:30-ish, I think. Not very excited about that, but anyway, that's what I'm going to go do. And then I have to work again tomorrow, and tomorrow is not a normal day for me to work, and I work from 2 until as soon as I can leave. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to get out of there by like 8:30 or 9, but I don't know, we'll see. So I figured today would be like the perfect day. Well, first of all, I wanted to make this something, it's called cabbage hemp salad. I wanted to make that, but my bag of cabbagey stuff when I opened it smelled real off. Like not good, not good at all. And seeing as I haven't been feeling all that awesome anyway, I was like, yeah, let's maybe not do that. So anyways, I'm going to make a recipe from Hester, which is actually out of her Outrageous Oatmeal book. It's called Slow Cooker Black Bean Oat Groat Soup. So here's the picture of what it looks like as far as the ingredients go. And I'm actually making half of a batch because I don't really know that I want to make a whole batch, and I'm not sure. I mean, all the ingredients look really good, but I don't know. So anyways, let's go with that. So I have my slow cooker out, one of my littler crock pots out, and I have 4 cups of water in already because it starts with 8 cups, so I've got 4 cups in there. So come on down to the counter and we'll put the rest of the ingredients in here. All right. That does not need to be there. All right, so the next ingredient is 1.5 cups of dry black beans. And to be honest with you, I have soybeans, I have chickpeas, I have pinto beans, and I have little baby red beans. But I don't have any black beans. So I'm gonna go with little baby red beans. I get these at the Asian grocery store. They're kind of fun, they're cute. They're not a black bean, but whatever. That's what I'm gonna use. So it calls for 1.5 cups, so I'm going to use 3/4 of a cup. 3/4 of a cup. There we go with that. And then the next ingredient is 1 cup of chopped carrots. So I actually just got a bag of grated carrots out and just dumped some on my cutting board and then chopped them up a little bit finer. This recipe does not call for a red bell pepper at all anywhere in the recipe. However, I have one and it was looking very sad, like super wrinkly and stuff. It was not looking very pretty. So I figured it needs to be cooked. I was going to put it in the salad that I was going to make, but it really probably wouldn't have done well in a salad because it needs to be cooked. So we're just going to put that in there. Okay, there we go. Next ingredient is 1/2 cup of oat groats. That is what oat groats look like, guys. In case you didn't know, they look a lot like brown rice. Just the oat before it gets squished. So 1/2 of a cup goes down to 1/4 of a cup. And now we've got seasoning-ish type stuff. So the next ingredient is garlic. Oh, I actually got it open. Cool. So it calls for 6 cloves of garlic, so I'm gonna put in 3, and I don't ever measure garlic. So there we go. There's some garlic. Then 2 bay leaves, so 1 bay leaf. We get our bay leaves at the Indian grocery store because they're way less expensive there. Like this whole bag of bay leaves was less than $1. So anyway, bay leaves. 1 of those, then 1/2 teaspoon of a bunch of stuff. So 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. Not a huge fan of cumin, but I put in the whole 1/2 teaspoon. 1/2 teaspoon chili powder. It does say to increase the amount of chili powder you put in there depending upon how spicy you like stuff. And 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. All right, there's that. Then the last ingredient is you're supposed to put in 3 vegetable bouillon cubes. I'm not actually sure. I think it probably says on here what a cube. Yeah, 1 cube is 1 teaspoon. So I need 1 1/2. So I need 1.5 teaspoons, which this is 1/2 of a teaspoon. So I'm actually just going to do a big old scoop and call it good. So that's it for the recipe for right now. And you're supposed to cook this on low for 8 to 10 hours. Yes, on low for 8 to 10 hours. And then in the evening, it says to turn the slow cooker onto high and add, well, we're going to do 1/2 of it. So 14 ounces of canned crushed tomatoes and another teaspoon of cumin, which I am totally going to leave that part out. And then you just serve it with whatever toppings you want. So you could serve it with, it says chopped cilantro, which won't work for me. Vegan sour cream or cashew cream. Both of those sound wonderful. Diced avocado, ding, 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 ding. And some squeeze of lime. So that obviously is not like a ton of food, but both the oat groats and the beans, well, I'm not sure how big the beans will get, to be honest with you. They probably won't get too much bigger, but the oat groats will absorb water like crazy. So I'm going to mix this up, put it in my crock pot, and then I will be, well, it's in the crock pot, put it in the part that gets warm, and I'll be back with you to talk about chia seed pudding in just a second. All right, guys, so just a quick heads up. I had like, I don't know, 6 or 7 pieces of broccoli florets left in the refrigerator, and so I actually chopped those up pretty fine and put it in there, and I had 1/2 can of corn open in the refrigerator, so I put that in there too. So it has a little bit of extra veggie thing going on here, so it's not just black bean oat groat soup. However, I think it's going to be fabulous. I don't think that those few little vegetables are going to cause any problems whatsoever. So I am going to make, seeing as my chia seed puddings are all gone, I'm going to make a chia seed pudding quick. So I've got one of my containers of pears. I'm just going to dump into the bottom of here. So it's, again, pears in pear juice. There's nothing else in there. It's just pears and pear juice. And I think some citric acid to keep it from turning colors, which, yeah, whatever. And then I'm putting in a tablespoon of chia seeds that are pre-ground. And I'm going to fill the rest of that up with vanilla soy milk. So. There you go. And you don't have to mix it because it comes with its own little handy dandy mixer once you put the lid on. So there. I'm going to eat this sometime at work today, which it's 5 o'clock right now, so it should have plenty of time. If I eat it after noon, it'll have plenty of time to, it doesn't have to be overnight chia seed pudding, I really don't think. I think that will be just fine. Amber alert's going off. That's a bummer. That went off 3 times yesterday too. Anyways, so I've got my chia seed pudding. I've got some leftovers in the refrigerator that my husband has been cooking like constantly, so there's some leftovers I'm just gonna take for food today, which really won't count towards anything healthy-wise that I'm supposed to be eating, but I'm gonna have oats tonight. We'll have avocado with it when I eat my soup tonight. I'm having chia seeds. I'm going to pretend that yesterday's vinegar before I had my toast counts as today's vinegar. You see those little floaty things in the skies, in the air sometimes around here? I don't think they're bugs. I think I just have little floaty things in the air. I don't know. I don't think I have pollen in my house, but you never know. I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm gonna go finish getting ready. I need to get the dishes put away so that Preston doesn't have to do them. He's such a good kid about making sure that all the dishes get put away. And we do so much cooking that the dishwasher's always full, but then the countertop is always full of dishes as well because we cook so much. So he's a real good kid about putting stuff away, but when I'm home I like to get it done for him so he doesn't have to do it every single day. I didn't feel that need when it was the girls doing the dishes all the time. Is that bad? So one of the girls would do the dishwasher for a week and the other one would do on top the countertop stuff for a week, and then they would switch. And one of them would do clean up after the dogs outside, be the pooper scooper that week, and one of them would do cleaning the kitty litter box. So now that they're both gone, we don't have dogs anymore, which is sad and okay at the same time. So there's no need for pooper scooper going on, but the kitty litter does need to be done frequently as well. And my poor husband's been the one who's pretty much been relegated to that chore. I really should be better about helping out. I should. I actually asked him on Thursday to remind me that I was off on Saturday. So I said, remind me on Saturday that I'm going to clean the kitty litter box. Just remind me and I'll do it. It's just a matter of remembering to do it. And he cleaned it on Friday instead. I was like, you didn't need to do that. He's like, it's okay, I don't mind. I'm like, you're a good guy. Anyways, all right, so I'm gonna go clean up some dishes and I will see you guys again tonight to try this black bean oat groat soup with vegetables. Alrighty guys, have a great day. Alrighty guys, so I am home and I have to tell you, walked in the door and holy cow, the house smells amazing. Like this, what we're gonna call a red bean and oat groat stew. Smells so good, holy cow. So about an hour before we were going to eat, not quite that long, I had my husband put in the last ingredient, which is the can of tomatoes. I did have him rinse them first so it wouldn't be too overpowering in the tomato amount of tomato-ishness that's in it. And so have chopped up a half of an avocado and smushed it a little bit. I made this super pretty. You guys gotta come down to the counter and take a look at this. Isn't that pretty? So that is what it looks like. And there's obviously a little bit of Daiya cheese on there and a little bit of vegan sour cream. Not that either of those is a health food. However, this whole plan is about eating what you would normally eat and then making sure you add all your things into it. So I'm going to have a tiny little bit of sour cream and a tiny little bit of avocado, and we're going to try this. Let's see if it tastes anywhere near as good as it smells, because it smells real good. I'm making a mess. I'm glad I already took a picture. It's so funny, huh? Oh, it's very good. It's very mild. So probably most people would want more chili powder in there. I don't. I can see why they would tell you to add more cumin in there. I don't want to do that either. It's very, very good though. I am actually going to put a little bit more avocado on there as my additional flavoring and just mix it all up. And we're gonna go eat supper. So just FYI, one of my viewers, Sybil, suggested that the apple cider vinegar, which I haven't done the second dose of yet today, that I need to drink that with a straw, and that I should rinse my mouth out real well afterwards, because it's apparently apple cider vinegar is hard on the enamel of your teeth. Never in a million years would have occurred to me to think about that. And my teeth actually are horrible anyway, like really bad. So I need to take that into consideration. So I'm going to get out a straw. We have tons of straws in the house. I'll just get out a straw and cut it so it's little. And then I'm going to start using that to do my apple cider vinegar. So when you see that in the future, that's why. So thank you for that information, Sybil. I appreciate that very much. Alrighty guys, I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.